Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm.
It's Tuesday. It's
Yeah,
amazing. It's
Sorry,
Tuesday.
Well, the stuff that is going on right now,
What do you mean? The stuff that is going on. What?
the stuff in the news, man, all the articles.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
What happened? What?
Dude, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. The question is, do you know Jesus? Let me
Hey,
talk about Jesus. 'Cause
I
you
think
might
we talked
meet him
about that on Monday. I think
sooner or later. No, it's all I gotta say. This is gonna be a good show.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna save that for tomorrow's show.
Oh yes,
Yes,
yes, we are.
Yes, we are. All right. So, thank you for joining us. This is Defenders Live, otherwise known as Doomster Fire. Dumpster Fire.
Or DOAEshow.com, where you can get swag and cups and
Yep, if you go over to the shop. We
good
are
stuff.
we are on Mojo 50,
Yep.
and that also means that we are live streaming right now on the iHeartRadios as well as Mojo 50 TV. You can find us there. We are still on the Facebook, and we still will stream on the Facebook until Facebook decides to no longer let us stream on the Facebook. But we are no longer going to respond to Facebook posts.
Yep. Well, we will. Just
We will. It's just what I mean is like in the video, we're not going to be checking the video stream conversations on the Facebook now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you would like to converse with us, you can do that over on mojo50.com, where you can go to the TV side and there's a chat box there. You can go to MeWe, where you can go to the Defenders page. We are there. You can go to Twitter and at DOAE Show with any and all conversation that you want to have there. We will converse with you as much as possible. We will continue to read your tweets and everything else and all those conversation pieces. But we're going to start doing our part in pulling away from Facebook.
because they have pulled away from us. Make sure that everywhere that you go to reach out to us, make sure you use the hashtag #ArmYourselves.
That's right. Arm yourselves.
Yeah, LVES, not self with FES.
Exactly. Now,
That sounds weird.
what I do recommend is that you're not going to be like Beth Moore.
Please don't be like Beth Moore, because that woman is just.
Do you want me to read this and you react? Can we do? You want to do it that way? Because I think this is how this is going to play out anyway.
It might be how it plays anyway. I'm gonna try. I'll try and be, and if it gets too much, then we'll just swap. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let's try. Let's try to do
Sure.
it.
Let's do it.
From so we found this article from ReformationCharlotte.org.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay, one of the signs of the judgment, God, besides being given over to homosexuality or sexual immorality, is that people have been given over to the leadership of women. Now,
First.
I was gonna say, let me preface this by making something very clear. We're not implying that women can't be in positions of leadership. Women can't be, CEOs and things like that in management positions. That's not what this is about.
Right.
I
That's
want
not
that.
what he's saying at all.
Crystal clear. What I am saying is by biblical standards, a woman is not to be a pastor over a man.
Mm-hmm.
And in biblical thing, in Christianity, a pastor is like higher. It's not just a teacher. It's above that. There's a lot more responsibilities that come into play. There's actual there's a checklist actually, and I believe it's in 2 Timothy. There's a checklist of what is required for someone to be a pastor, and that's the way we're going. So let me just clarify that right now before the hate mail starts coming through.
This
okay?
is about an understanding of Christian faith.
Yes, this is not about
And
anything
doctrine.
outside of literally the church.
Yeah, Christian faith and doctrine.
Christian Faith and Doctrine. So, apparently, Beth Moore kind of put a tweet out. Oh, it's not even letting me show the tweet. Daggone it. I have to go back this way. Sorry. I had to all read it. It had it hidden. Okay. So this is the tweet. And there's more to this tweet that bothers me, and we'll get into it in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But her tweet is, quote, "What are 5 things you would do if you could still do what you do, but had the margin to pursue other stuff just for fun?"
Okay.
Now,
That doesn't sound too bad.
not real. Well, it does to me. Beth Moore is an author.
Mhm.
She is she's a very well known in women's circles in Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal.
Okay.
Um,
Never heard of her.
I've seen stuff when I flipped through stuff. Anyway, so again, what are 5 things you would do if you could still do what you do, but had the margin to pursue other stuff just for fun? And one of her things, her main thing is referring to that she is preaching at a church.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Her actual thing is quote, "P.S. My original number 5 was teaching a men's Sunday school class at a church full of Calvinists just to get everybody going. But I deleted it reluctantly. I'm in a tad of a mischievous mood."
Okay.
You claim, and this is the same thing. This is the same thing I go with homosexuality. It's the same thing I go with everything else. You are going to profess to follow a certain
Doctrine?
doctrine. Okay, we can say doctrine or a set of rules, however you want to classify that. And part of those
Teaching.
rules state very clearly that as a woman, you cannot be a pastor. You cannot preach. You can teach, and you could teach other women, but you cannot teach and preach over men, because it is the men's responsibility. Because men are supposed to be the head of the family. That is supposed to be their responsibility to wash their wives and stuff in the Word, and therefore, women can teach women and men can teach women, but women can't teach men.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I'm joking. It makes perfect sense.
no, the problem with it is if that's the standard that you've agreed to go with,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
has to be part of this Bible, and you're going to go with it, then the option to sit here and go, what would be 5 things you would do if you could still do what you do, but had the margin to pursue other stuff just for fun? And then your one of your things is to turn around and basically attempt to violate those things just because you want to start playing and pandering the whole feminist, female power
Mm-hmm.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can teach. By all means, I am not saying she can't teach. God knows, from what I hear, a lot of women like her and she's good at it. But no woman should be able to sit there and tell a man, "Oh, by the way, you're a horrible father." You don't know what that's like,
Okay,
And
yeah.
then to turn around and make it a thing where, "Oh yeah, no, I'm stepping on toes because I'm going to be doing this and preaching it." And then there's this one guy, Pastor Dwight McKissick.
D-White?
D. White, not Schrute. That would be funny. He tweeted out after following it that this is a practice of biblical fidelity in the Southern Baptist Convention. Gifts are not given according to gender. The Holy Spirit gave those women proclamation gifts and opened the door for them to exercise such gifts. A woman will be preaching at Cornerstone on Mother's Day as well. Praise God. Again, you want to have a women's thing where women are doing it. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But to have a woman preach, as in instruct a man biblically, you cannot do that.
It's true.
It is true.
That's true.
Thank you. I had to. And look, a lot of people are not going to like this. I know this for a fact. I know I'm going to get yelled at. There's probably comments out the wazoo. I don't
Okay.
care at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is that one of the biggest things that I know I stick with, and Stephen is with me, and it doesn't matter what it is a matter of being consistent. And you cannot pick and choose what you want out of the Bible. You can't. If you're going to profess to follow it, then you have to go with it all the way.
True.
Period.
It's correct. You are correct.
And, I'm sorry if people are not going to like me for this, but that's what the Bible says to do. And if you're going to claim to follow it, then you have to do it all the way, or you're not following it. And I will call you out on it. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at God, because he's the one who set those standards.
And to answer the question, what if there's not a man available? There is always a man available to preach.
Well, that's it. I mean,
there's always
is
a man available to preach. There may not be one available at that particular second, but there's always a man available to preach.
It's the way, and people say, well, that's not fair. That's sexist. That's just, that is the way that it is in the Bible. And I didn't think about it until literally just now. But there is in the Bible, there is a set standard. Here's the requirements. You cannot be, or you have to be married to one wife. And I believe that, you have to be married to one wife. You have to be exercising patience. There's all this levels of stuff that you have to be able to do. And that first part of it right there is you can only be married to one wife. A woman can't be married to a wife unless you're homosexual. And then that completely is a whole nother thing that you're violating out of the Bible.
So before we go into that, I want to, because I've actually got it right here. I've got the list.
Okay.
And it's kind of from Acts and all that stuff. But before we do that, let me jump into a quick sponsor break. Tell you guys about some Patriot Mobile.
Because Patriot Mobile doesn't tell you to stop talking.
That's true. Patriot Mobile doesn't tell you to stop talking. And they also don't believe in abortion. Do you? Do you believe in sanctuary cities? Then why are you supporting cell phone companies that do? Big Mobile has given millions of your dollars to causes every time you pay, to causes you hate every time you pay for your cell phone. That's why conservatives started Patriot Mobile. To give you a choice to stop supporting the things that you don't believe in. It's easy to switch to Patriot Mobile in the same reliable nationwide coverage that you already have, with unlimited talk and text plans starting as low as $25 a month. Each bill you pay supports your values. If you need more motivation, mention Mojo50 when you call them at 1-800-A-PATRIOT. That's Mojo50 as a promo code when you mention 1-800-A-PATRIOT, or visit them at patriotmobile.com/Mojo50 to get your activation fee waived on the spot. You can make a difference, but only if you make the switch. Call them at 1-800-A-PATRIOT or visit them at patriotmobile.com/Mojo50.
That's true.
I just realized we don't have a yay. I should have had a yay.
Yeah, we should have a yay. And okay, so to James in Louisiana, I actually thought of this. All right, you said that the Carrie was ministering to you. Ministering is different.
Yes.
Okay. She was doing her proper job in that function, and I apologize to Carrie because I know Carrie is a pastor.
Yes.
But I'm sorry, Carrie. Well, you're not a Baptist, so I can't say anything. But especially in the Baptist portion of the Christian faith.
Yes. That's the clarification we're
A
sticking with.
female cannot be a pastor. Now, she can minister to people. She can be like the reins holding. They're perfect for that. They are wonderful for that.
There was judges. Deborah.
Yes, Deborah was a judge.
She was a judge.
She ruled over the people for a while. It's crazy.
Did. That's an exception, and that was a God-appointed thing.
Right. So here are the requirements. A pastor must be devoted to his wife.
You can't do that if you're a woman.
Man. Pastor must be in submission, even if it's not perfect. Or, excuse me, his children must be in submission.
Yes. Good luck
him.
with that one.
Yeah. The pastor has to be a faithful steward.
Oof.
That's hard.
One.
That's hard. He has to be humble. not arrogant. Beth Moore. They have to be gentle, not quick-tempered.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
They've got to be sober. They've got to be peaceful, not violent, although there is a definite difference between nonviolent and defending yourself. There's definitely a difference, okay? A pastor must have financial integrity. They can't be greedy. They can't be looking for gain. They can't be TD Jake.
And they can't be in debt.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I
A
did.
pastor must be hospitable. Okay? They must be open to others and enjoy other company. They must be lovers of the good. Okay? They have to have self-control. They have to be upright. They have to be holy. They have to be able to teach, spiritually mature, be respectable. And they have to be an example to the flock.
Yep.
So what does that mean? For all of this, I mean, I'm sorry. Self-control? What?
Yeah. That's a big. That's hard.
Yeah, I know it is, and it's
Like,
crazy.
It's not easy to do, but you can't have self-control, Beth Moore, when the first thing that you want to turn around. I say it's the first thing. You said it was number 5, but still, when one of your things that you wanted to do, if you could just rustle some feathers, is teach a men's Sunday school class at a church full of Calvinists, just to make everybody mad.
That's not self-control. That's you
That's
just
not
being
self-control.
That's you breaking the 5 rules.
Exactly.
That's you breaking the 5 rules, and that's not what it is.
It is.
Leslie over on the YouTube, Leslie Holker says, sober. I grew up in the Catholic Church. We had more than one priest that liked the wine, if you know what I mean. We do know what you mean.
Go. See?
And that's the thing.
That's
Priests
how you
don't
do.
follow the rules.
That's it. And again, people look, and then people are not gonna like. I know this for a fact, but it's just one of those things that you can't pick and choose.
Yeah.
You can't pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you pick and choose, then the whole thing falls apart. And again, it's not even so much. The whole point of this is not even just sit there and say, well, women can't be preachers. That's not the problem I really had with this whole thing. The problem I had with it is the fact that this lady who's standing up there as a public figure, very well known among women, especially of the Christian faith. She's considered a leader amongst those areas.
Mm-hmm.
And then she wants to turn around and start kind of waving this little bit of feminist type, hey, if it wasn't for gender and all this stuff, we could change. You're just trying to rustle feathers and make issues. And that's not how someone in your line of work, in your profession, in your standing should be doing.
Now, you also shouldn't be kowtowing. You shouldn't be trying to perk the ears of somebody and lead them along. You shouldn't be one of these people that are the health and wealth and prosperity gospels either.
Yep.
And yet.
Thank you, Beth.
And that is my biggest problem. Somebody who is a health and wealth and prosperity preacher is out there saying that she's going to, just because I got an itch for it, I'm going to go and teach these other people who are so backwards in their faith. What?
Yeah. Like you're trying to start and stir stuff up. And I'm sorry, but let's play this game. Let's say that in this, and again, this is mostly the Baptist doctrine,
mostly
or
Baptist
denomination.
Mostly Baptist.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you start getting into, I believe, like Methodists and Episcopalians, and they start kind of going into that, and that's fine. But this is mainly from the Baptist side of things. But if you're going to turn around and be this figure, and you want to actually, let's say, change those standards, this is not how you do it. By turning around and almost backhandedly playing a victim is
Yeah.
not how you change things.
Yep.
It's not how you set yourself as the example that you're supposed to be.
That's true.
It's supposed to be, thank you, as a pastor, teacher in the Christian faith, your job is to be the example of what God expects us to be. Everyone, the flock, as it were, the entire congregation looks to you. And if your first thing is to go, well, if I could do whatever I wanted, that's not setting a good example. Sorry, but
Right.
it's not. Beth.
Right. Okay, so over on the MeWe's, Kirk's Tasty Jill Hole is asking us, so if a pastor has an off-the-rails kid, they need to step down? In essence, they need to get their kid under control.
Yep. And if they can't, then they have to remove themselves from the kid. And that obviously is an
Or the kid
age
from the...
thing. And it depends on what's going on. But yes,
Yeah.
I've actually seen that happen.
Yeah,
In
so if
some
we-
cases, it is the responsibility of the pastor to, or of the, as a father, you have to have your own house in order. That's the route they're trying to go.
Right. And here's the thing. Your child's this goes back to the circle of responsibility. Your child's salvation is dependent upon them, not you. But what your child does and acts and all the rest
Mm-hmm.
is something that you technically have control over until they hit 18.
Yep.
And so in that notion, in that understanding, even if they never came into faith,
Mm-hmm.
technically, yes, if that child is off the rails and you're a pastor, you're doing something wrong because you cannot lead a flock if you can't lead your own house.
Yep. Yep. And that's
Uh-oh. Dylan just cut his own mic off. Erica says that over the MeWe. She says, I'm not sure I like that smirk on your face, Steven. Okay, well, I'm not sure I'm worried about it. You know,
I got so excited I unhooked my own microphone.
you unhooked your own microphone. That's all right. Hey, guess
That
what, Dylan?
excited.
Dylan. Summer's coming.
I love summer. This is my favorite time of the year, spring and summer.
Yeah. But you know what the bad thing is?
What's that?
Swimwear.
I don't know. I look pretty good. No, I don't. I look like crap.
You know what can help you out, though?
What would that be?
Ridgezone.
Really?
Yeah, it's a number one. It's America's number one weight management system supplement of OEA.
I like OEA.
Do you know what OEA is?
It's something
Ollie
that's
oxen
found in
free. I don't know
olive
how to say it. It is a natural metabolite, though, made in olive oil, produced in your human body as well. It's part of you, but as you get older, it slowly dissipates. You can get it out of olive oil, but it takes 12 liters of olive oil to produce as much OEA as you get in one bottle of Ridgezone. So
That's a lot of olive oil.
it is a lot of olive oil. Better thing to do is just to get some Riduzone. That's RIDUZONE.com. Riduzone.com. If you go there and you get a 3-month supply, you can get 30% off. That's basically $20, same as downtown. It's a low calorie. It helps with low calorie consumption. It makes your metabolism more efficient to eat through your body fat. It's a non-stimulant. It's naturally present in your body already. It's vegetarian, gluten-free, non-GMO, patented, FDA-accepted supplement. Don't delay, guys. Go to riduzone.com. RIDU zone.com.
Mm-hmm.
Boop doo boop doo. Kirk over on the MeWe says, control
Goodbye,
your equipment, Dylan.
I would. I swear this never happened before.
Kirk Tasty Jillhole talking still about the child that is going awry. You should be there for them if they need you more than the flock. That's
Exactly.
perfectly correct. That is
Exactly.
perfectly correct. Your children are more important than your flock, and so you need to take care of them. Anyway, time for a commercial break. We'll be right back right after this. Dylan,
Yes.
The ladies over on the YouTubes say they like your tattoos.
Oh, thank you.
They want to see your tattoos.
All of them? Good
Just
Lord.
the ones on your arms that they see.
Oh, okay. Like I got that one.
Yeah, like that one says "We the
And
Peoples" and Moanabe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm,
And then
mm-hmm.
I have my doves.
Your doves, and then
doves.
you have
Well,
your
actually,
and then you have your
swallows.
Kai
They're
in
not
the
doves,
row,
They're swallows. They're not doves.
and then you got the Kai in the row.
I do have my Cairo, and then
So
I
wait.
have my in.
Yeah.
My Nazarene.
So Dylan, you swallow with both hands.
Nah, shut up. Shut up.
Hey, you're the one that brought it up.
I did not. I said I had swallows on my hand. No,
That deserves about 5 bells right there.
I know.
Leslie on the Facebook. She says, "We're old ladies, Dylan. Amuse us." Talking about.
I know.
doing
God
your
bless you. I love it. I'm surprised anybody's still listening after all that junk, because I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, that's not." Look, at this point, if you feel that God has called you to be a pastor,
Mm-hmm.
be it for me to tell you not to do otherwise. Again, my main point was this lady is trying to change things, and she's doing it by turning around and being a jerk. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
just I don't. God uses everybody.
Yep. You're
Sadly,
right.
He can use me, as scary as that is. So
Mm-hmm.
be very afraid.
Be very afraid.
I feel like I'm forgetting something today.
I don't know. Maybe you are.
I don't know. I feel like I've been cleaning up like big time today. So it's just been playing catch up. I know what it is. Everybody's going.
And we're back.
Everything sneaks up on me every time.
Every time. Every time. This is the Finish Live on Mojo 50 Radio. We're also on Mojo 50 TV. Everybody's still trying to get onto the MeWe's and everything else. We love you guys for it. We're trying to do the soft transition here. We don't want Facebook because Facebook doesn't want us.
Nope.
So we love you guys on Facebook, but if we don't read the comments on the Facebooks, that is why. That is why, because we're not really looking at it. That's just how it is. We do have the MeWe's, do have the Twitters, we do have the YouTube comments. All the rest are there. Everything is there. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Says glad Dylan's mic got cut off. Glad Dylan cut off his mic, and not something else.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. We're gonna leave. You just get that, and that's it. We're gonna leave that alone.
Yep.
You know, I know what it is. I was gonna say. I know what it is that I feel like I'm forgetting something, and something is a little bit off. I figured out what it is. Everybody's getting ready. Everybody's all amped up and jazzed for MojoCon in a couple days, and you know, even you are
Yeah, I am.
fluttering out that direction and
Fluttering, yeah. There's a little bit more than
I'm gonna
fluttering
be
going on.
sitting here holding down the fort.
Yeah, you will. That's okay. I still love you, dude.
You have fun with that. It'll be next year. Next year for sure. Promises.
Mm-hmm.
So, just saying. Anyway.
So, we've been really hard pressed on this religion issue here, and so
Yeah, you know who else is also
continue
hard-
down the line?
You know who else has been a little hard pressed?
No, Dylan. Who else?
China.
China.
New regulations ban unauthorized religious teachings in an effort to synthesize beliefs. The 2019 report of the United States Commission of International Religious Freedom highlights worsening religious freedom conditions in China over the past year.
Oh, you mean the same report that observes that religious freedom conditions in China are trended negative?
That's true.
Especially after the regulations, quote, effective ban unauthorized religious teachings and require religious groups to report any online activity?
Allegedly.
The same one that China's government, quote, continues to persecute all faiths in effort to synthesize religious beliefs, a campaign that attempts not only to diminish and erase the independent practices of religion, but also the culture and linguistic heritage of religion and ethnic communities, particularly Tibetan Buddhists and the Uyghur Muslims.
That's true.
Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think also the Falun Gong, which, by the way,
Yeah.
if you guys don't remember that, I talked to a guy about it, I don't know, 4 months ago. Went through the entire process of how they're taking the people that actually do Falun Gong for like a lifestyle thing. It's kind of like Tai Chi sort of thing.
I feel like every time you say that, I feel like
You need to
you're
have a gong.
ordering-
We need a gong.
Well, no, I feel like you're ordering a dish of some kind.
I'd like one Falun Gong.
Yeah, see? That's
Mhm.
with the steamed dumpling.
Yes. No, fried. Come on.
Well, it depends. Are we going Chinese or are we going Japanese? Because if it's Chinese, we go steamed.
Oh, I hate
If
steamed.
it's Japanese, you go fried.
Well, I'm
Get
going
some
fried all the
gyoza?
way.
Oh,
Oh, I'm going fried all the way.
ginger sauce.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
buddy.
ginger sauce.
Let's go back to Ridge Zone because I'm in.
You need to take that some of that Ridge Zone. Look, these people. It's known. Okay, China has been taking these people, killing them, putting them in work, putting in concentration camps and re-education camps, and using their organs, harvesting their organs in some cases, especially for the Falun Gong,
Mm-hmm.
harvesting their organs to sell in the black market.
Yep. Yep.
Like, dude,
This is look. They are not. China is I would argue as bad in a lot of ways as North Korea is. The problem with it is we don't ever put as much emphasis and attention onto China because they are so massive and because we owe them so much money. This is, oh yeah, I missed that one.
yeah, for such a
I don't know
for such
how
a
it's so big.
Ah, for such a soy-based economy, they're quite large.
Over the past 2 years, China has detained up to more than 2 million of the Uyghurs and other Muslims in internment camps, which the Chinese government initially denied existed, but has since defended as, quote, a means to combat terrorism and provide vocational training, end quote.
Mhm.
So no one else in the world has been able to take a actual terrorist and reform them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But the Chinese apparently can. And not only can they do that, but they can reform them and provide vocational training so
Yeah.
they can be reassimilated back into society.
Right, and they also have their entire process of what is that? What is the social credit system now, where they're educating people in the system.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if you get too many points, you have to be sent to a re-education camp.
Yep. Former prisoners
before you
say
can get credit.
Yep. Former prisoners say those in the camps had to renounce their faith and swear loyalty to the Chinese Communist Party. Now, I dare
That's a
somebody to tell me
re-education
again.
camp.
Tell me again that communism is not a religion.
Communism, it is. It is a
It
religion.
is.
It has
It is
to
very
be.
much a religion.
If you have to revoke your faith and praise allegiance to a party,
Yeah. To the
Then-
state.
to the state, then they're making the state a religion.
Yep.
That's
and I hate when
communism.
people say, "No, it's not a religion. It's a form of government."
Okay, it's a form
Ball
of
hockey.
Okay, well, so is Islam. Islam is a form of government, and it is a religious faith.
Yeah, Karen. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Karen. Go talk to my manager later, Karen.
I'm gonna have a feeling we're gonna beat up on a lot on Karen here coming in a minute. Anyway. The government has taken other steps to interfere with the lives of Muslims in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region.
Say it again. Well, I'm sorry. What? Huh?
Crap.
Say it again.
Xinjiang Uyghur autonomous region, which I don't know if autonomous is really necessary, but whatever.
It's not autonomous.
It's not autonomous. That's what I'm saying.
There
like
is no such thing as an autonomous region in communist parties.
These things is not like the other.
Right.
Including discriminatory profiling of armed checkpoints and police stations, travel restrictions both within and outside of China, and global positioning systems known as GPSs, tracking systems, facial and iris recognition.
That means your eyes.
Yes, that would include all you people that have the fancy phone that goes off your face.
Those peoples.
They're doing DNA sampling and voice pattern sampling to monitor the Muslims.
Right. And so the only way that they can actually do anything or change anything, and the reason why they have the iris scanners is because that's the only thing you can see of the ladies' faces.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so the reason why they're doing this is because they want to control the population, and they can't control a population that is also religious
Yes.
beyond their party.
Yep. You have to control the people in order to control everything else. And the bad part about this is you notice that all of these things keep referring to Muslims and Muslims and Muslims, and nobody's mentioned word one.
Christians
so
and Christians
far
and Christians
about
and Christians.
Now, there is a couple little bits as it gets further down about the Catholic Church reached a provisional agreement in September of 2018 whereby the Pope would rehabilitate 7 bishops from the state-ran Chinese Catholic Patriot Association.
Oh, great. They're going to rehab it.
Yeah, who have been excommunicated to return the veto over the future, blah, blah. But they're not talking so much about there's a little blurb here. Here's the sentence. Quote, Protestants also suffer under the intensified crackdown as thousands of Christians are arrested and thousands of churches or religious sites are demolished. That's it. That's all they're talking about in Christians. And granted, this is from the Free Beacon, so I know they're fairly right-leaning and everything to begin with. But just the fact that this whole thing is hinging around the fact that Muslims is one more issue of how they're trying to make out how there is no such thing as persecution of Christians. And there is.
So
And it's just as equal everywhere.
So Kirk's Tasty Joe Hole over on the MeWe.
Okay.
Going back about 10 minutes from earlier.
So you're not even listening to me. You're just going back 10 minutes. Okay,
no,
cool.
Well, she reposted the image of it because I missed it. And it's a good comment. So she says, because I mentioned Falun Gong. And she's asking, is that full bore smut instead of innuendo? Full on gong? No. No, it is not. No. It is not. And with that, this portion of your show is brought to you by Tar River Arms.
Yeah, we love us some Tar River Arms over here.
We do. Go to traguns.com, traguns.com. Tar River Arms is America's virtual gun store. They have great guns, great prices, at a great service.
It's a lot of greats there.
Oh, yes.
Because it is great.
And, here's the thing. If you use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout, you can get some wonderful things as you go through. So be sure to use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout over at tarriverarms.com or traguns.com. And don't forget, they have the grand opening. Mojo's going to be there. We are going to be there. It is going to be an all-day broadcasting live affair.
Lots of stuff. Food.
Mojo 50 in Wake Forest.
Prizes.
Tar River Arms. It's going to be amazing. It's going to happen in July. We're going to nail down the exact day here very, very soon. Check them out. Tar River Arms, traguns.com. Oh, and if you'd like to get a free gun, go to mojo50.com, and up in the front tabs there is a section where you can go and register to possibly get your gun for free.
Because who doesn't want a free gun?
Right, 6-hour P320.
Because who doesn't want a free? I actually need a smaller gun to carry around.
You do?
I do, because I found out that even though I'm big, I am actually very slowly losing inches, and therefore to carry around a Rock Island 45 1911, it's kind of big.
It's kind of big. It's getting bulky.
And it's kind of obvious when I'm carrying it. So
he's got a big obvious gun, ladies.
I need something. That's the only thing as big as hello.
If you
I
don't
need-
know, then look at the yoga pants picture.
Shut up. Damn it. I have a bad feeling that somebody's going to blow that up to a poster board and sign that sucker while everybody's
At
going. while I'm not there.
MojoCon.
Yep, I can see it too. And they'd be like, "Here, Steven, bring us back to Dylan. Show him the love that we missed him."
A queer feminist mermaid surfaces to challenge Susan Collins.
I wish we were making this up. And
This should so
I
be.
love the fact that the
I can't keep a straight face while saying it.
queer feminist mermaid surfaces. I'm sorry, but that's the best part of that. That's the best part of that headline. Because you can't not say surface in that instance. You can't. It's
Whoever wrote that,
that's amazing.
whoever wrote that at the Free Beacon, you are
Brent
amazing.
Scher.
So
we're gonna give him like a props. That was amazing.
so good. Follow that man at Brent Shear. That's BRENTSCHER on the Twitters. Follow that man.
Sensing the lack of Democratic candidates willing to challenge Senator Susan Collins, the Republican of Maine, a quote queer feminist mermaid,
Mhm.
quote named Bree Kidman.
I smell something
Politically-
fishy here.
Yeah. Politically mobilized by the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation fight, has filed to enter the race.
She's gonna have a whale of a time,
Mm.
and I mean for size and everything.
Yeah, she's what we would call rotund.
Yeah, Susan Collins
Collins.
has represented Maine since 1997, and each of her 3 re-election fights have ended in a double-digit margin victory. But Democrats responded to her deciding victory to confirm Kavanaugh by vowing to make her run a 5th term a real challenge.
Right.
Right.
Look, Maine, just because, and I'm speaking mostly to the left-leaning Maine folks. Just because you're that close to Vermont and Connecticut doesn't mean that you guys are actually left-leaning. I'm just saying. I know you feel you have to fit in.
I have such a bad trucker joke. With
Asking
the
for
whole
a friggin'
mermaid,
jackal on the Twitters.
the whole
Weird
mermaid.
feminist mermaid. Redundant much?
Yeah, see, the whole mermaid motif is there's a bad trucker joke involved. I can't say it because it's not
You know what's
good.
gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to you have to put that up on the MeWe's later.
I think I'm gonna have to put that up on the MeWe's. I will put it up on the MeWe's, but I won't say it because
It's not appropriate.
that is not appropriate.
We don't do appropriate on the live. This is a family show.
That's right.
Anyway, so back to the mermaid.
On the website for Maine's educational list on sexual hormones, or MESH, Kidman is described as a queer, feminist, lawyer, mermaid, writer, activist, and artist.
Now, I'm going to ask this question.
Uh-huh.
How the hell do you do all that underwater? How do you write, be an activist,
Waterproof ink.
an artist, and a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
underwater?
Maybe she does it on a rock. Maybe she's beached.
Oh, God. And that's why she's running. She's like, I'm stuck here. I might as well do something.
She can't run.
Oh, dear God. Bless her heart.
They called her Flipper. Flipper.
This is so bad. We can't make this. We can't. I wish we could make this up.
I wish this was fake. Actually, no, I'm so glad this isn't fake. I'm so glad.
Quote. I don't know if I could do this straight faced. My launch came out from under me. I didn't realize people were watching the filing so closely. Wow. Mermaid is an artistic identity, not a serious identity, Kidman says. I'm a playful person. I'm not going to pretend I'm all serious all the time because I'm not. I'm mermaid-esque in nature.
Does that mean you float?
Well, as round as she is, I would assume she's slightly
very
buoyant. There may be a tad bit of buoyancy in her life.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm just
Quote,
what I see.
quote, I could have deleted the mesh page. I could have deleted my Spotify account. But I didn't because I'm proud of the work that I've done, Kidman said.
Shut up. She's going to your point of reference is a Spotify account.
Quote,
God.
quote, building a better culture has been my passion project for years. And I'm going to continue doing that for the rest of my life.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
The rest of her life is what? At the rate that she's going, God help her, she doesn't. It could be longer, but I don't know. If she doesn't get that weight under control, there is such a thing as I would get a blood test done and make sure you don't have heart disease or something. Get on a treadmill, darling. Something. Use those flipper-esque, those mermaid-esque qualities and take a lap. around the
Swim
pool.
or something.
Something. Bring it down just a tad. Because that's just... Wow. Wow. Quote, I'm not the kind of person you'd expect to see running for office. Oh, I don't know. Someone, apparently you're new to the political world because I've seen some doozies.
We've seen many a thing here. So wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. This is a nice meme. This is from Kirk's Venomous Jackhole over on the MeWe's. He says it says it's a gamer girl? No. You misunderstood. She's a gay mer girl.
A gay merc. Oh,
And then she steals
yes,
your girlfriend
what
and swims away.
you did there.
Aha.
Very well played.
Yes, well played, sir. Well played.
Well played.
Zig's asking what is Spotify. Leslie over on the YouTube says, sounds like she has a massive delusion of grandeur. No, she is a massive delusion of grandeur. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference.
Look, as someone who honestly has a very low self-esteem is only the person you're going to meet who's going to turn around and claim to describe themselves as mermaid-esque in nature.
It's like she's saying that she wants to be one step below whale-esque.
I guess, which, that's where we would, again, point back to Riduzone.
At least a whale is a mammal.
And they're real. Mermaids are not.
Heck, you could have said I'm narwhal-esque, and it's still real.
That's still real.
That's a unicorn whale.
Mermaid-esque. You're picking a mythological creature.
Uh-huh.
And you're wanting to run for office, and then you have the notion to think that you're, quote, I'm not the kind of person you'd expect to see run for office. I don't know. I've seen some really crazy other people run for office too. You're not that different.
Backyard Cal says, sounds like she's not the type you expect to see running, period. This is brought to you by Gunbox.
It's more like a hefty trot, and even then, it's not very fast. It's
it's more of a shuffle. That I think we'll let it go from there. The Gunbox. Go to thegunbox.com. If you go there, use the promo code Mojo50. At checkout, you can get 10% off of any order over $159. What does that mean? Well, pretty much anything that you buy over at the Gunbox, you can get 10% off on. Now, the Gunbox has amazing features. They have multiple different ones. The Echo is the travel size version that you can fit into your luggage. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to stow it away in your luggage and make it get lost with the rest of your stuff and all your clothes. Or you can get the Gunbox 2.0, which is the ultimate, quick, and accessible handgun safe, ideal for securing your firearms when you're not carrying them on your person. It's great technology. They can be mounted anywhere. They have things like your fingerprint. You can do a custom key code. There's an RFID card, a fob, or there's even a ring that you can wear on your finger. Wave it across, say abracadabra, the door opens. It is amazing. You should check it out over at thegunbox.com. Thegunbox.com, because we all love to protect our families with the Second Amendment and our Second Amendment rights, but we all want to make sure that our family is protected from the tools that we use to protect them with our Second Amendment rights. Go to thegunbox.com. Thegunbox.com. Use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout. Get 10% off.
There's so much more to this story. There's just so much funnier.
Nope. I mean, we've got
All right,
3
hold on,
minutes. Actually,
one
we got
last
3
one.
minutes. What do you want to do?
One last one. I just want to read this. Okay, quote. I do think I can be competitive in the primary and the general.
Mm-hmm.
And party support would make it easier, which is why I decided to join the party system. I'm sorry, but she's big, and she needs the party support. No, it's made me giggle because I can just imagine the party trying to hold her up like a big, great picture of.
Oh yeah. She would need massive I-beams.
All I'm saying is lace up them Nikes, darling.
Oh
Pitter,
goodness, that's not gonna. It's not gonna be a good day, Tater.
No, it's not a good day, Tater, at all.
Look, I know. Okay, actually, you know what? We're gonna hold these off for tomorrow. The rest of the stuff.
Because I don't want to do this. I don't
We're
want to
gonna-
do. That was a
we're
good,
gonna hold-
happy note.
Yeah.
I don't want to. We're not going to ruin it. We're not going to ruin it.
no.
You got plans. You're leaving MojoCon for MojoCon on Thursday, correct?
Yes, I'm leaving Thursday morning.
Yes.
Thursday morning, I will be there. More than likely, I will be in studio in time for Matlock.
There you go. Hang out with him. Say
Yeah.
hey.
Say hey. I might jump over to the Spoony side
You should. You should.
because I want to sit down with the Patrick Mosiers,
yes.
and I think we're gonna be making some food, lots of food.
I'm jealous.
Me, Lori D, Patrick Mosier, making some
Mhm.
foods. It's just gonna be amazing. It's gonna be wonderful times.
It's good. I heard a lot of them are already there now.
Mm-hmm. Or they're getting there
Collectively.
tomorrow.
Yeah, they're obviously, it's gonna be good. I if you haven't gotten set up, you're don't feel bad. I'm not going either.
Yep. And by the way, tickets are not on sale anymore. You can't buy tickets for it. So I'm sorry.
Nope. But it's still gonna be a fun thing. And then, like I said, I get to make up for it when Tara River Arms opens up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having the wife block off time. I'm like, you're gonna take off work. We're gonna find somebody to watch the kids all day. We're all gonna make a big day out of this. It's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be so much fun. We've got so much planned.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like literally like a mini fair if I can help it. Minus a ride. I don't think there's no rides. Just food and guns. 'Cause what else do you need? I mean,
Not much. You don't need much else. I mean, maybe a cat cooler or 2 or 7 or 25.
I don't know. You're not a caravan. You're not these guys from Mexico. You don't need that much carry around. Just one, maybe 2 tops.
Yeah, maybe so.
Now
Maybe so.
you become greedy.
Okay, so I do have this one thing.
Okay, this one time at band camp.
Yeah, well, no, just a note for all you liberal progressives out there,
Oh man,
all of you.
Not
If you're going to attack us, and by
Uh-huh.
us I mean conservatives, libertarians, etc., etc., etc.,
Mhm.
please be more original.
Well, why would you say that? These guys are about as sharp as they come, aren't they?
What are you gonna do, Potter? Because, look, if you're gonna attack, especially people like Dan Crenshaw, which he can hold his own, I don't have to carry that man's water. He is great at what he does. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're gonna call somebody who is a representative of the United States a Nazi and not have anything to back it up, you're obviously not doing your homework.
Well, that's very much a childish neener kind of.
You're a Nazi, yeah? Well, so
Your
are
mom?
you. Your mom's a Nazi.
That's basically what that is.
Yeah, it's pitiful, honestly. It's pathetic. You need to do better. If you're gonna say crap about people, make it good.
Yeah, at least make it good, make it worthwhile.
At least make it a good comeback or something, man. Like, make it good. Make it memorable. Make it so people aren't laughing at you at the end, but laughing with you. Yep. And I mean, even we will. We're jackals, but we love a good cackle. Don't we?
We do. We do.
We do indeed.
We do
Look,
like
guys,
to giggle from time to time.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's
But
been
it-
amazing.
it-
We
real
don't have
fun.
any numbers today or tomorrow because
Leprechaun is in the middle of getting himself prepped and ready for
Mhm.
MojoCon. So
so
numbers
Thursday.
will probably pick back up on Monday.
probably on Monday, yeah. So we'll probably get more on Monday and all that jazz. But before we go to doaeshow.com, doaeshow.com/shop. Check out the gear, get some Jackhole stuff, get all the rest of it. Get your Defenders gear there. Also go to mojo50.com and check us out there. Later, guys.